Hello, Bain is an award-winning Cisco partner with strong expertise across SD-WAN. Bain leverages its BitPass platform to provide users and partners dozens of hands-on labs without the need for a real kit on-prem. Let's begin by giving you a quick overview of what you will learn about in the Cisco SD-WAN vManage dashboard lab. So let's go ahead and see how the vManage dashboard looks like. All right, guys, so we're talking about the vManage dashboard, which is a single pane of glass from wherein you could monitor your whole SD-WAN fabric, right? So the vManage, what you're seeing is a network management system, which is centralized, that provides a GUI interface to easily monitor, configure, and maintain all Viptela devices and links in the overlay network. You can access the vManage network management system from VPN 0 and from VPN 512. So you will see the menu icon up here. Now you could click to expand it and again click to collapse it, which by default is closed. As you saw when I clicked is when the drop down came. And then you see the Cloud Express icon, which is here, enables Cloud Express service to optimize access to cloud applications. When Cloud Express service is enabled, the icon turns blue, which means now we do not have any Cloud Express service enabled. The next you see is the tasks icon, which is right beside it. Now you click on the icon to see a list of all active and completed tasks started from the vManage network management system. While the task is in progress, the tasks tab displays a counter on the top. When the task is completed, the counter disappears. And completed tasks count is incremented. To view details about any task, click on the task to display its status screen. So for now, we don't have any active tasks, so it really doesn't show anything to us up here. What we could optionally do is just to see if it's good, we just go to the settings, go to policies, just in case we want to go ahead and activate the policy. You click on activate, you see here tasks, it shows it's in progress. So this is what I really meant by showing what the task tab displays. Then right beside that, you have the alarm bell icon, which displays the total count of all active alarms. Click on the icon to see a list of all active and cleared alarms. So you could see the alarms right down here. And now if you want to view details about any alarm, we just need to click on it. You just click on it. It gives you all the possible details with regards to the alarm. And next, what we see is help again, which is in the form of question mark right here. So we click on help. Here, it links to the product help, software version information about the vManage, NMS software, and current time and time zone on the vManage server. So this is all what I mentioned you see up here. And then the next is the host name of the vManage NMS that you're logged into, right? So we go back to our dashboard. So just taking a moment here. We'll just go back here, go to the main dashboard. So we have the host name, then user profile drop down over here. click to sign out or edit user-related options in your profile. So you go here. So this is what we have, the profile, vManage, and sign out options. Then you have the device pane, which you see right here. The vSmart, vEdge, vBond, this is the device pane, what we refer to as, which runs across the top of the dashboard screen, displays all the control connections from the vManage network management system to the vSmart controllers, vEdge routers, and vBond orchestrators in the overlay network. It also displays the status of the vManage network management system in the network, right? For each device, the device pane shows the total number of connections, number of up connections, where you see here 2 down, 6 up, and click the number or the up or down arrow to display a table with detailed information for each connection. So I just go ahead and click on this. So it gives me information of the ones that are down. Similarly, I click on the ones that are up. It would give me information on that, right? So next we go and sees the reboot pane, which is right here. The reboot pane displays the total number of reboots in the last 24 hours for all the devices in the network, including soft and cold reboots and reboots that occurred as a result of power cycling a device. Now, if you click on the reboot tab, we don't really see any reboot in the last 24 hours because we haven't had any, right? Then you go to the certificate pane. The certificate pane displays the state of all certificates on all controller devices and also shows a count of all expired or invalidated certificates. So we don't have any warnings, which means it's perfect and there are no invalid certificates. So we are good with regards to that. Now coming to the next is the control status pane. It's all in this one single screen, whatever I'm talking about. You see the control status pane here. It displays whether vSmart and vEdge devices are connected to the required number of vSmart controllers. Each vSmart controller must connect to all other vSmart controllers in the network. Each vEdge router must connect to the configured maximum number of vSmart controllers. So the control status pane shows 3 counts, which is control up, partial, control down, which you see here. So control up refers to the total number of devices with the required number of operational control plane connections to a vSmart controller, which is 6 here. Partial, total number of devices with some, but not all, optional control plane connections to vSmart controllers, which says 0 here. Then you have control down, which refers to the total number of devices with no control plane connection to a vSmart controller, which says 2. Why it says 2 is because the 2 devices are down here, right? Now we go ahead. If at all we want to click on control up, we could go here. You see all the options, all the information relating to each of them, saying it is reachable, the system IP, the site ID, model, the number of control connections. You get all the information related to that particular device up here. Then you have a site health view pane, which you can see here, up here, just beside the control status pane is the site health view pane, which basically displays the state of a site's data connection. When a site has multiple vEdge routers, this pane displays the state for the entire site. and not for individual devices. The site health pane displays three states, which is full WAN connectivity, partial WAN connectivity, and no WAN connectivity. Let's look at full WAN connectivity. It displays the total number of sites where all BFD connections on all vEdge routers are in the up state. So this is what we're referring to, that they are up and the BFD connections are up. Next, we see the partial WAN connectivity, which displays the total number of sites where a T-lock or a tunnel is in the down state. These sites still have limited data plane connectivity. And then you have no WAN connectivity, which displays the total number of sites where all BFD sessions on all vEdge routers are in the down state. These sites have no data plane connectivity. So we go to the next, which is a transport interface distribution pane, which is again right beside the site health. The transport interface distribution pane displays the interface usage in the last 24 hours for all vEdge interfaces in VPN 0. This includes all T-lock interfaces. So we just go ahead and click on any of the interfaces. So you see the complete information, the usage, average usage as well on what interface, what's the usage. So we can scroll down, you see all of that information up here. Then the next would be our vManage inventory, which provides you 4 counts, which is namely total authorized deployed staging. So total is the total number of vEdge routers whose authorized serial number has been uploaded on the vManage server. The serial number is uploaded in the configuration devices screen, right? Then you have authorized. It is the total number of authorized vEdge routers in the overlay network. Right, now we go ahead, click here. It gives you all the information, the chassis number, the serial number, all of it. Similarly, if I go to the total number, click on total number, it gives you the similar information. It says it's valid. It has a chassis number and the unique ID and the serial number. So you get all information of your devices over here based on validity as well. Then you have something deployed. It's nothing but the total number of deployed vEdge routers. These are routers marked as valid and are now operational in the network. Let's go have a look at them. So you see here, they are marked valid and they're up and running. You also have the site IDs displaying here. The next option we're seeing is staging. The total number of vEdge routers in the staging state. These are routers you configure at a staging site before shipping them to the actual branch and making them a part of the overlay network. These routers do not take part in any routing decisions, nor do they affect network monitoring through the vManage network management system. So the next, what we see is the vEdge health pane, which displays an aggregated view for each router state and a count of how many vEdge routers are in that particular state, thereby describing the health of the hardware nodes. The 3 states are normal, warning, and error. Normal state suggests that routers with memory, hardware, and CPU in normal state, using less than 70% of total memory or total CPU, is classified as normal. Warning, which is 0 in our case, which is very good. The number of routers with memory, hardware, or CPU in warning state using, say, about between 70 and 90% of total memory or total CPU is classified as warning. And then you see error, which is number of routers with memory, hardware, or CPU in error state, which says you're using more than 90% of the total memory or total CPU is classified as an error. Now we just go ahead and click on any one of the states. It all says the memory is less than 50%, right, in the last 1 hour. So we're very good in this condition. Over here, there's nothing to show because we have nothing under these two cases. The next we see is the transport health, right? So the transport health displays the aggregated average loss, latency, and jitter for all links and all combination of colors. Example could be LTE to LTE links, all LTE to 3G links. Now we just go ahead and click or hover above these, you will get all the information, right? And you could also see on the filter icon, choose the time frame. I would select in the last 3 hours and I search. So you would see the amount and the health of our transports. Then you go ahead and see the application pane, the top applications. This basically displays DPI and the flow information for traffic transiting vEdge routers in the overlay network. So when you first come to the dashboard screen, the tab is selected and the pane shows the flow information. So I just enlarge it. So you go ahead and see all the information. I go ahead, select, you could select 1 hour. So it shows you for the past 1 hour, what are the applications being used the most. You could go to 3 hours, you go to 6 hours, and so on, up to 24 hours as well, right? So the next, what you see is the application aware routing pane right here. Yeah. So this pane displays the 10 worst tunnels based on criteria you specify from the drop-down list, right? So by loss, latency, by jitter, right? So we go ahead and select by loss. It would display based on loss, right? Let's select in the last 1 hour. It's loading. So it would go ahead and show you. So let's keep it at 24 hours and see if we see any information. You also see option of 7 days. That's something difficult to monitor. So we go back to 24 hours and you will see all the information here with regards to the option that we chose. Or you can see all the options here, which is jitter, loss, FEC, loss recovery, and latency. So these are something which are really helpful for us on a single pane of glass, right? So now that you're familiar with what vManage dashboard is, if you're interested in how BitPass can help you and your team learn about vManage dashboard or one of the many SD-WAN lab within BitPass, please reach out to your Bain for Tech representative. Thank you.